This is Nick Milionis, and you're watching MoveFace's Tech Buzz segment. And I'm here with Eliot Sun, CEO of Kloudless. Just a little bit of background now. Kloudless has been all in the news lately, quite a bit. Was in the TechCrunch Startup Battlefield, which, I mean, sounds pretty amazing. We'd love to hear about that. And also has been just making moves in headlines quite a bit. Would you mind giving us some backstory about what Kloudless is and also what it is you guys have done lately?
Yeah, sure. So Kloudless is really connecting the cloud, and we see a lot of data that's sitting around in different cloud services that could really be useful in the actual daily workflows that we're working in. So we're all about getting that data to move really seamlessly across different cloud services.
That's great. And so most recently you were in the Startup Battlefield. I mean, that sounds like an entrepreneur's dream right there. How was that?
Yeah, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, Startup Battlefield is the TechCrunch competition where they pick 30 companies to compete on stage for $50,000, and we were lucky enough to be one of the chosen ones. And I mean, all the buzz about the press and the traffic that you get after that kind of exposure is all really true. I mean, the past couple of weeks we've just been swamped with traffic and press. It was been amazing.
So you've been TechCrunch now, right? You were on the front page of TechCrunch. What did that do to you guys?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, once TechCrunch covers you, a lot of other press covers you. It drives a ton of traffic to your website. I mean, if you just look at the metrics on our Google Analytics, there's an exponential growth since getting that TechCrunch article. So it's been really insane. And we've gotten a ton of companies that are interested in partnering with us now. So it's really put us on the map.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. And so one thing through our discussions with regards to your entrepreneurship tour, you've been going at this now since 2008. You've been in the entrepreneurship game for a while now.
Yeah.
Where did you start? What was your first idea you had?
Yeah, I'm actually working with the same three guys that I started Kloudless with, but we did start a company back in 2008 when we were in school, and back then it was a location-based mobile application that would help you network professionally at events and conferences. And it was really interesting the kind of pushback that we were getting back then compared to now, because Foursquare was just getting big, location-based services weren't huge yet, and a lot of people were complaining to us about privacy and saying they'd never tell anyone where they were located at a specific point in time, but now everyone checks in like multiple times every day, right? So a very interesting kind of pushback we were getting back then compared to now.
It's unbelievable to think that you guys were just on the front end of something that was really just emerging at the time. That's great. Yeah. Another thing that we'd love to talk about is you guys have had a great crew of investors you're working with. Mind giving us a quick rundown on who it is you guys work with?
Yeah, I mean, we're really lucky to have some amazing investors that include Tim Draper from DFJ and David Sachs from Yammer. I mean, those guys they're amazing minds. I mean, they're leaders in Silicon Valley, and a lot of them provide different kinds of value. Tim Draper is a great visionary. He's super loyal to his entrepreneurs. So once he's invested in you, he's always pushing for you to succeed. David Sachs is a different kind of guy. I mean, he's very down to earth, very open. He'll always tell you what's on his mind. He's very good at drilling into exactly what the problem is. Oftentimes he's super pessimistic, but I mean, it helps you. It keeps you grounded as an entrepreneur and make sure that you are taking the right steps to building the company.
Yeah, it sounds like a great crew to have on your side. Yeah. What would you say is some key tools and key ways that you've engaged with your investors now? Because obviously, as you said, these are not people who are just necessarily only giving you money. I mean, they're providing incredibly valuable resources.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that relationship is really important to maintain. And it's one thing that I was, from day one, since I got them on board, I've been very, very meticulous about maintaining. So every month I send them a monthly investor report where I detail everything that's happened within the company, from the product to the sales that we've done. Like, I think it's really important just to be transparent with them. Like, even if something bad happens, something good happens, you should just tell them up front right away. A lot of people say that having your investor is like dating someone, and I think that's actually true, as cliche as it sounds. And one of the suggestions I would have for people who are bringing on new investors is to really ask for help. Yeah. I've seen that a lot of people are really afraid to, or they expect their investors to just actively go after it and help them out. But I think you really need to ask them, really engage them in what you're trying to figure out, and make sure that they know exactly where they can add value and be active about pursuing that.
That's great. So are there any other insights you've got for aspiring entrepreneurs? What is it that they should know if they're about to embark on this journey, or even if they've been going at it for a little bit of time now?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely not as easy as it looks. But I mean, definitely work on something that you're passionate about, something that you believe in. And I think that's the best way that you're going to be able to raise money and make your company a success, is if you're personally invested in it. So definitely find something you're passionate about and just go for it.
That's great. Sounds like a plan. Well, Eliot, appreciate it. You guys, you've heard it from the man himself, Eliot. Absolute blast. Thanks again for your time, and best of luck with Kloudless.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Appreciate it. And thanks again. This is Nick Milionis from MoveFace's Tech Buzz segment. Thank you, guys.